Victor Armstrong, MSW, and I am Vice President for Health Equity and Engagement with the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. But my passion for working with families and communities, I think it comes from that evolution, but it also comes from my roots growing up in rural North Carolina, surrounded by family, really learning to appreciate what it means to have the support of a community around you, and recognizing that that I was always taught that everything that you do reflects upon your community, reflects upon your family. A champion is someone who really creates space to elevate the voices of people who have a story to tell, and who oftentimes don't have the platform to tell their story, or other people, for whatever reason, have not taken interest in their story. For me, it's probably empathy. You can teach people a skill set. You can teach them what questions to ask. You can teach them what forms to fill out. You can't teach people to care. And so I think you have to come at this from a place of empathy, because working with families and working with communities also can feel like thankless work at times, because when people are in pain, they want relief from their pain, and they don't always think to say thank you. Sometimes you have to take your thank you in knowing that you created a safe space for a child, or you created a way for a family to eat for another month, or to have a roof over their heads. And so you have to have that empathy to where what really moves you, what really motivates you, is knowing that you're doing something to make the world a better place for people who may be either less fortunate than you, or who are experiencing challenges that may be greater than the challenges you're facing at this time. I would love to see us get to a place where we're better able to support families and caregivers. And I also would like for us to really, and I think we start down this path, but really move more and more away from the constraints of the one-size-fits-all model. You can have this, but you can't get that because that's not in the service definition, or that's not allowed under this service, when sometimes they are relatively small things that if we were able to do them differently, it would make a huge difference in people's lives. Families are only as resilient as the resources we make available to them. And so when we expect things from families, when they don't have the resources to accomplish them, we set families up to fail. And the most rewarding thing that you could possibly experience in doing this work and in doing this human service work is to one day come across a family or an individual who says to you, "My life changed because you were a part of it." I've been around long enough to where I've seen some of that come full circle.